My god, they really are Goku. Whew. Didn't even break a sweat. Come on, that was a connection! I accidentally made a dick. Chat, I swear that wasn't on purpose. I'm a grown man. I am pushing 30 years old. I did not intentionally make a dick in Sonic the Hedgehog. Was she there all along? Probably. Hello, Amy.
I just needed you to know. I love you.
Aw, Vince, I love me too. I am the handsomest of dumb sluts. I'm also getting tentacled really hard right now. About of all people. Where the fuck is little bastard? There's the little bastard.
Mortis.
Someone please clip that. Yeah, then she stabbed me again. I haven't splattered liquid yet, cause I feel like she's gonna stab me again. And I feel like I should have some weird liquid left for that. I'm pretty certain these are just jars of Gamer Girl piss. It's not a spot. Speaking of Gamer Girl piss, Bellbastard, thank you for the hydrate. That's a clip. Oh god. Why do you only clip the moments that make me come off as a sexual degenerate? Wow! Ah, Jesus fuck! Nobody fucking clip that, I swear to God.
Excuse me, I need this thing. Oh, look, a Furod.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I may have to, that, you son of a bitch! That almost killed me!
I was going for the jackal, but you didn't walk up and kill him. I'm like, oh shit.
Jesus, I just saw my entire life flash before my eyes. No man should ever see that much masturbation in that little amount of time. Broadside. Okay, Kim gets an excuse. He has rabies. He literally doesn't even understand what's in front of him right now. Now pretending bad to have. I'm not embarrassed. Happy birthday, Jose. Holy shit, Kim, you actually survived. Look, Kim. Look, I pushed our Minecraft beds together. Hey. Oh my god! Kim, I'm so sorry. Teleport, is that what it does? So I pressed R and it did nothing. Oh, you son of a bitch! There's nothing more awkward. They're like, you know, when you're blowing one of your homies and they go, oh, I love you. You're just like, oh, whoa, dude, bro. It's just a bro job, man. I'm not gay. I just love to bust. Any time of day, any place, you know. Fuck it, you just come up to me, he's like, hey, we need you to bust. I'll bust right then, right there. Any excuse, honestly. Busted just makes me feel real good. This is probably a safer option than running into some laser beams, isn't it? If it doesn't crush me to death. Alright, see, I figured it out. I'm a smart fella. Oh, God, no! Right here, Kiri rides Rumble.
Shut up.
But you
my
had to have
son.
known that that was a setup for that.
Which means that this is Rumble's dad.
Oh, God. To occur. They may not come in here. Their pathfinding may not let them come in here. Oh, God! Okay, so that wasn't true.
Let's go. Get those knives in. Gonna do those on those so that I can maybe clean this up a little quicker. There we go. There we go. Now it should be easy to do. Because the big stab, it will do more damage with the big knife. Oh, that sword went to the side. Oh, there he goes. I think. Yep, he's behind the lick emote.
We've got
Billy.
Hey, Kona.
Damn, that's actually good.
champion of the backwoods.
That elk drawing is actually good.
My goodness!
And with that, we should be live. Hello, Stabby. Lovely to see you as always. You know, it feels oddly appropriate to have my Eldritch Patron be here while I'm in the middle of deep space, boldly going where no man has gone before, facing the horrors of space, time, and executive meddling. Well, hello, everybody. Hello. Oh, God, I just choked on my root beer. Let me adjust my window capture a little bit. You were voted most chosen to be with a Dead Space scenario out of your entire stream group. Nah, you know what? I see it. I 100% see it. I'll be real quick. I had to use window capture on this one. So let me make a quick adjustment. Oh, that's not the adjustment I was trying to make. Hold on. Let me bring my OBS to my primary monitor super quickly. Yeah, for whatever reason, this game does not like OBS's game capture, so I had to do... I had to get a little creative. Hold on just a second. That should work. It's cutting off a lot of the edges, but I don't think that's going to be necessary in this game. There we go. How are all my lovely tavern patrons doing today? Why do I have a DM request? Hold up. Oh, it's a one play with Project Zomboid, that's why. Alright. Get another sip in. Yep. Congratulations, chat. You are all now part of my ship, the SS Lollipop. It's a good ship. And today we are going to boldly shill where no bard has shilled before. Because I actually got a sponsorship I feel confident in. Because not only do I love Star Trek, I've played this game before they offered to sponsor me. I've been playing this game on my phone. I'm not like, super into it. I'm into everything. But it's a really chill game. And it's not, at least in my experience, I haven't been paywalled at all. I keep playing and I haven't reached a point where it's like, oh, sorry, if you want to progress, you gotta spend money. It's just like a real vibe. So I was like, finally, a sponsorship I could get behind. Also, if any of y'all got the reference to that SS Lollipop, I will immediately make you a VIP. Move this over to the side. I also woke up really late today, so I am terribly sorry. My food arrived right before I started stream. Yep, as y'all can see, we are playing the Star Trek Fleet Command mobile phone game. Or in this case, I'm playing it on my PC. And we're just gonna spend 2 hours rambling about Star Trek as I tell you about how fun this game actually is. And get some bites into this. This is the first time I've ever done a stream like this, so do forgive me if there is some growing pains. And before I actually start the game, let me real quick make sure the commands work on both. Oh. Straight up. I didn't think about that. Hold on, I need to mod stream elements. For those of you who weren't able to see that in the chat, because I don't know if it popped up in the chat log or not, the command for the sponsorship is going off of Stream Elements. I usually use Streamlabs. Streamlabs saw Stream Elements post a link and immediately timed them out. Alright, so let's see. Let's try that again. I didn't think about that. Oh, Streamlabs is doing it now too. Why is it not working on my YouTube though? I put that command on my YouTube. Hold on. We are experiencing some technical difficulties. Give me just a moment. I need to chastise my bot. Uh-oh. I think OBS just killed my own audio. It does that sometimes, not to my stream, but to my headphones. Alright, I'm set to YouTube. Go CloudBot. I leave it on YouTube, but I switch over to Twitch. I don't know how this shit works. I'm very scared, I'm very confused. Maybe trying to do this on both channels at the same time was not my best idea. I turn it off on the Twitch side of things. And then I switch over to my YouTube. And over there... Come on, work with me here. It's also turned on. Okay, that's... I guess YouTube doesn't get the link off a command. I'm gonna have to manually do that. It might be I need to mod Streamlabs on my YouTube. I will figure that out some other time. If anybody on YouTube wants the link, I'll just have to give it to them manually. Whoopsie doodle. Well, that is a good learning experience, I would say. Also, give me a second now. I need to go and unplug my headphones from the back of my PC and replug them in so I can hear my game audio. BRB. I am the handsomest of dumb sluts. I'm also getting tentacled really hard right now. There's nothing more awkward. They're like, you know, when you're blowing one of your homies, and they go, "Oh, I love you." You're just like, "Oh, whoa, dude, bro. It's just a bro job, man. I'm not gay." Teleport, is that what it does? So I pressed R and it did nothing. Oh, you son of a bitch! All right, we're back. I can hear again. All right. Sorry, I'm getting settled in. I made myself a big old thing of G Fuel. Or Tiefling Fuel, as it's known in the business. Alright, so, as y'all can see, we are playing some Star Trek Fleet Command. As with every attempt at a Star Trek MMO or any kind of Star Trek multiplayer game, we're in the same setup as they came up with for Star Trek Online. We have 3 factions from the Star Trek universe, poised for war with each other. The Peaceful Federation, which is bringing in all these different planets under to themselves through peace and negotiation, but are seen as a rather devious organization by some outliers. The Klingon Empire, which is ow. Hello, Seto. How you doing? The Klingon Empire, a proud warrior race, set to conquer and take all for themselves. Typically, Next Generations, they kind of calm down a bit, and then later it's like, actually, we want to go back to how we used to be. And then, of course, the Romulan Empire. They're basically just, hey, what if the Nazis were Roman and had pointy ears? They're all about deception and manipulation. Literally, although we have to thank them. We do need to thank the Romulans for being such pieces of shit. Because them being such huge pieces of shit is what led to the Federation and the Klingons making an alliance. Because the entire reason the Federation and Klingons became allies in Star Trek The Next Generation is because in between the original series and in between Next Generation, the Romulans tried to wipe out the Klingons, and the Federation said, fuck that. By the way, chat, out of curiosity, who is your favorite Star Trek captain? And why is it Captain Picard? Anyway, we should probably actually start the game. We've been at this for like, what? We've been at this for 20 minutes. I haven't even started the game. Let me adjust myself a little bit so y'all can see the dialogue better. Actually, in this game, you start out not as a member of any of them. Geordi LaForge contacts us. Rob's like, wait a minute. You're not with Starfleet. You're clearly not with the Romulans or Klingons either. You don't have really shitty rubber foreheads installed. Well, whoever you are, I need your help. You have limited Star Trek knowledge, so Picard's your favorite because what other options are there? So, I'm not a big fan of new Trek, so I don't know about the new captains very much. But from what I grew up with Star Trek, you had the original captain, Captain Kirk, who was a much more rough and tumble, like, you know, Wild West cowboy type of guy. Because in the original Star Trek, like, a lot of what they were dealing with was just, like, completely unknown. and there was a lot of hostiles in space. Then you have Picard, who was my favorite because I mostly grew up with Next Generation. And Picard is a much more stately, much more peaceful. He usually tries to get by with negotiation, but he will use force if necessary. And I think that's part of what I respect about him. He's a very peaceful man, but he understands the whole speak softly but carry a big stick thing. Like, he'll get into a fight if he needs to. But he does everything in his power to prevent unnecessary casualties, even from the enemies. And then you have Commander Sisko, who commands the Deep Space Nine space station from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. And while he is not a man for unnecessary violence, he is much more willing to resort to violence. And he is much more in a situation that calls for that. When it comes to the first 3 Star Trek captains, I've actually heard a really good phrase that I really like. You said Captain Kirk for a battle, you said Captain Sisko for a war, and you said Captain Picard to negotiate peace. And then there's Captain Janeway, who was the first female captain leading a Star Trek show. And my fucking gosh, she must have so much back pain from carrying Voyager for however many seasons that show ran. Voyager was not a very good show, but I'll be damned if anyone tries to argue that Janeway was not an amazing captain. I think part of what I loved about Janeway is you see her in a much more impossible situations that the other captains deal with, because the story of Voyager was a Starfleet ship, the Voyager, getting flung across the other side of the galaxy by an alien power. And they were actually chasing a Maltese ship, which was considered a group of terrorists by the Federation. They were basically people who are doing terrorist actions against another alien empire because of the alien empire having conquered other species, other planets, and they were trying to reclaim them. But the Federation saw them as terrorists because these acts of violence were hampering peace talks. But both these ships get flung to the other side of the galaxy, and half the crews of both ships die, and the terrorist ship blows up. They evacuated the survivors, and basically came to the agreement, none of us are getting out of here alive if we don't work together. So they made all of them members of Starfleet, as much as they had the authority to do so, since they were only Starfleet authority in that side of the galaxy. And they had to work together to try, you know, what's looking to be a multi-century long journey to get back to Starfleet space. Sadly, the show executives started meddling with Star Trek Voyager, so it became much more of an action series, which I don't think is a good call for Star Trek. But I'll be damned if they did not still manage to make Janeway an amazing captain. And then there's Star Trek Enterprise. What was it? Archer? Captain Archer for Star Trek Enterprise. Which Enterprise was about when humanity first started to explore space. It was about the very first Starship Enterprise. Because the Enterprise in Star Trek's the original series was the Enterprise B, I want to say. The Enterprise of the original series, it wasn't Enterprise A, because it was its whole other classification system. Oh, Laystar, thank you for the head pats. I should warn you, this entire stream is going to be me rambling about Star Trek. We may not play the game much, because I just love talking about Star Trek. Also, Laystar, thank you for the nut. Oh, I forgot. Laystar, you got saved. I forgot to turn on my soundboard. I was about to really start laying the moves on you. Also, thank you for the stretch. And the hydrate. But no, seriously, y'all are gonna hear me ramble about. I love Star Trek, especially Star Trek: The Next Generation and Deep Space Nine. I was recently rewatching Next Generation. I do need to go back and continue on to finish Next Generation, and then start watching all of Deep Space Nine. But God, I love Star Trek. When it comes to the new Star Trek, I'm actually not a big fan of the new shows. I do, however, I do like Lower Decks. You'll be able to, so it won't be a new account, so it won't count. I mean, just being here helps. I completely understand. Also, I think it's a good game. The only reason I'm starting a new game instead of continuing with my account I have on my phone is that I started playing this game using my Google account, which means it has my Google Play account as its name, which is a little bit of a privacy concern for me. So we're gonna start a brand new game with a brand new account. Of course, you could always just, you know, make a brand new account if you really want to support the channel. You know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Although I think they IP track, so maybe not. What was I about to say? Yeah, Archer, they try to go back to the whole, like, cowboy thing, but also, like, the whole trying to be a diplomat in a completely new and unusual space and dealing with alien races, which they've never dealt with before, because prior to that point, humanity had mostly only dealt with the Vulcans. The entirety of Star Trek Enterprise gets kicked off with them meeting, first encountering the Klingons, and it does not go well for them at all. Guys, you know, fucking Klingons. Oh, Laystar, thank you for the hand pats. I do have to agree with you, Laystar. I always enjoy listening to people go on about stuff that they love and enjoy. Oh, more hit pits, more hit pits. Everyone else head pats the waifu. The waifu head pats me.
Nut.
That's thank you for the nut. Anyway. Ironically, the only new Star Trek show I really like right now, I haven't tried Brave New World. So I don't know if Brave New World's any good. Brave New World's about the captain of the Enterprise before Kirk. Because before Kirk was the captain of the Enterprise, it was Captain Pike. But he didn't go over well in the initial pilot, so they replaced it with Kirk. And I think what it was is they said he died in the line of duty. So now they have a sequel series, or a prequel series about him. I haven't watched it. I've actually heard good things. I have seen Lower Decks. And I actually really like Lower Decks because it feels like the people that make it get Star Trek. Which is great because as part of the sponsorship, I need to talk about how Lower Decks is now having a big thing in this game. If you play the game now, you get the ship and characters from Lower Decks, the Cisnero. And honestly, if you like Lower Decks, like everyone else, I just missed it when it first came out because it was like, oh great, they're making a Rick and Morty ripoff with Star Trek. But it really feels like the executives.
NFTs? More like nice fucking tieflings. Am I right, Phyllis?
Did I lose audio? Have I lost audio again? Hold on, I think my headphones died out. Sure you did, sure you did. Hold on, I need to pull up something to make sure my headphones are working. So apparently at some point my headphones killed out during the stream and I didn't notice because I was so busy rambling about Star Trek. And I didn't realize until I saw the NFTs thing pop up, and I did not hear a single word. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna unplug and replug my headphones again.
They may not come in here. Their pathfinding may not let them come in here. Oh God! Okay, so that wasn't true.
Right here, Kiri rides Rumble.
Shut up.
So
is
you
my
had to have
son.
known that that was a setup for that.
Which means that this is Rumble's.
Yeah, I'm not certain if that's an issue with my headphones or if that's an issue with my computer. But that's the second time that's happened this stream. I played Final Fantasy 15. I played it for a little bit. I want to start playing it again, and I might play Final Fantasy 14 on stream here soon. Curious Rumble's mom. I mean, we saw her riding Rumble's dad. You know, you make the conclusions there. I'm just saying, Rumble had to come from somewhere. You currently play 14? Nice. I definitely want to continue playing. I was playing a Paladin, and I really enjoyed playing that with Kiri. But anyway. As I was saying, they're currently doing a thing with the lower deck characters, and I actually like lower decks. Can't play 14, you tried. You know, that's fair. Nothing's for everybody. I was really enjoying it, but I was also playing with a friend. Rumble came into this world and chose violence. Unfortunately for Rumble, he's too small for violence. And Warrior Dancer, nice. I haven't gotten far enough. I haven't even finished that. Yeah, Lower Decks, I dismissed it because it was like, oh, Rick and Morty ripoff, whatever. But no, it's actually good. I really think what happened was the executives, all they cared about is that it looks like Rick and Morty, because Rick and Morty is what's popular at the time. Orville show is rough. I only watched a few episodes of the Orville when I was on an international flight and it was on the TV. And honestly, I liked all the episodes I watched. I feel like Seth MacFarlane understands the point of Star Trek more than the people currently in charge of Star Trek do. But I feel like with the case of Lower Decks, all the executives, it's an animated show, so the executives don't care so long as it looks like Rick and Morty, which gave the showrunners, the people working on the show, the freedom to actually make it more like Star Trek, even when they're trying to be this goofy parody series. I'm just gonna move my chair prop a little bit, just so it looks like I'm sitting in it proper, without covering up the text. All right. Anyway, so right now we're playing a freelancer. Plot and writing, especially think it was the second season. Orville was just bad, nearly funny, but I only watched season 1 episodes that they had on the plane, but I've heard good things about the Orville. And those 3 episodes I watched were actually really good. I really liked the episode where they're stand-in for the Klingons. It was like an almost all-male race, but occasionally they give birth to a female. And their members of their crew had a daughter, which for their species they normally just, you know, they give them surgery to make them male right after they're born if they're born a woman. So that was their whole issue, was they went to their system's court because the member of their crew wanted her to grow up and choose for herself, whereas his husband, who was a civilian but on the ship with him, wanted to do what their culture always does and give her the surgery to make her a man right after, even though she was only a few days old. And so they had this whole thing of them like going to this planet and supporting the member of their crew with you know, the court case, like, no, she has the right to choose when she's an adult. And obviously that's what the, you know, the show's stance was, and so that's what the crew's stance was. And like, we go through all this case and they make a really great case. They even go and find another member of their race who was a woman, and they show that actually this great philosopher of their race who's been in hiding, like living in solitude, the reason he was living in solitude is because he was a woman and was hiding that because the species would not, their society would not accept her for who she was. But at the end of the day, that wasn't enough to undo generations of prejudice. And so the court still sided against them. And it was this very melancholy, somber ending, with them having to live with those consequences, even though like they feel like they made their point. And I think they even do show that it did lead to more people within this society thinking the way that they do. So it's like they weren't able to stop it in this case, but they were able to get the ball rolling that in the future people will be able to accept, you know, will just accept women within their species for being born different. which I thought was really interesting, because like I feel like if it was a normal Star Trek show, the show would have ended with them somehow sparing the child from this. I don't know. I feel like at least in the bit of the Orville I watched, even with it supposing to be more of a comedy series, that they really got the assignment. They understood what Star Trek was about. And I feel like Seth MacFarlane gets a bad rap. Because Seth MacFarlane's cartoons usually wind up going out of his control and get kind of twisted and turned by executive meddling, I feel like he gets a bad rap. But MacFarlane is clearly a very intelligent man, and he clearly has a passion for the history of just media in general. There are so many references to like classic film, references to classic theater, and just like television history. There was a while ago, actually, and I know we're completely off topic. We haven't even started the game. I will get to it after this, I promise. Well, a while ago, like several years ago, there was this big crossover event for all of his cartoons, Family Guy, Cleveland Show, and American Dad. And instead of having the characters actually meet up with each other, the crossover was the same hurricane was making its way through all three of their areas where they live. And this was actually a reference to a classic crossover. I forget all the shows, but Golden Girls was one of them. Golden Girls and two other shows with the same creator did a similar thing way back in the day. It was very clearly a reference to what was one of the first big TV multi-show crossovers like that. Also, hi Mook, how you doing? We're gonna start playing the game now. I'm picking up a distress call from a nearby colony. I'm gonna have you take your ship for a look, Commander. All right, so we are going to send our ship here. I don't know the PC controls. I've been playing this on my phone. I started a new account for the stream, but I've been playing on my phone. Dice Nerdy Guts. Listen. I am a bard for a reason. I appreciate storytelling, not just for its ability to tell a story, but in all the ins and outs of it. I enjoy like the philosophies of it. I enjoy like the different tropes and writing tools we use, and I enjoy the history of it. Stabby, thank you for the hit, Pats. Listen, I feel like even with how corporatized and commercialized like stuff like